comfortable back body position, bring your tennis balls into the fold of the blanket so we can prop the head. We're going to start head to shoulders down to lumbar. Keep your belt handy. Finding a nice rock through the sits bones, lifting up nice and tall through the spine. Relaxing down. Placing the tennis balls in the middle of the skull, making sure that the neck is long and the skull is propped, bringing the feet closer to the buttocks if they aren't there already. Let's just take a moment and to ground through the hands, placing the hands on the floor and just shimmy. Get into a vibration of pressing into the feet and wiggling the hips, shifting energy into the arms so the shoulders have some mobility. And you'll notice as you breathe and shake, you'll find more and more openness between the toes and the sacrum, even into the heart, the lungs. You can isolate the lower body and just move the upper body, breathing. And then find some stillness. Let the body settle into the skull, the shoulders, the blades. And when you're ready, all breath out. Placing hands on the belly, let's track the breath at low rib, deep belly. If you're working with a chest breath, just place your hands on your rib cage, your low ribs. Try to bring the awareness into the lowest ribs and into the belly. Soft jaw as you expand the breath, front, side, and back. Deep fluid inhales. And deep fluid exhales. All breath out when you're ready. And one more time. Rest your eyes back. Just allow the engagement of the head relaxing into the tennis balls. Just notice any tension through the head. As you exhale, let the eyes rest back. Just gently turn the head to the left and to the right. Excellent. Bring the hands towards the head. Lift the head and curl the elbows. Draw the knees in towards the chest. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Slowly relax back down. Roll to your side. We'll take the tennis balls now underneath the shoulders and go ahead and have your belt ready. Finding a nice groundedness through the feet. Notice your sacrum stable, and then start to rock and place the tennis balls right in that little nook between shoulder blade and spine along the multifidus. Take your time to place them with ease. Prop the head if you need to anymore. And relax the arms down. We're just going to take a moment to work with that shimmy sensation. It might not be as engaged or active with the tennis balls. Just work with what's possible. In this moment, just breathe. Open mouth, exhale. Then find some stillness. Pause, palms down, and just allow yourself the invitation to rest down. Rest down and in. Eyes rest back. The weight of the bones of the arms and the shoulders are heavy. You can feel the connective tissue around the tennis balls start to soften with each breath. Let's take one more breath here, just allowing a relaxation and a release. Now, working with the experience of a flexible mind, we're going to create a fluid movement between lower and upper body. So press into your left foot, draw your right knee up towards your armpit, and then slowly press through the heel and the foot so the leg is long. I'll take it to the other side here. You can stay on the left. Draw knee to armpit, inhale. Press through opposite foot on earth, and that flexed foot is just going to glide forward, hovering to the height that you wish above the mat. Release the heel and just shimmy it out. We'll do that twice more. Press through right knee to armpit, inhale. Exhale. Flex through the foot, draw the leg long, float it down towards the mat. Settle the heel in the leg and shimmy. Little wiggle. Pause, press through the foot on the earth, inhale, knee to armpit. Exhale, elongate the leg, flexing the foot, rest the heel and the leg down, and shimmy. Now just point the toe here and flex the foot. Point the toe and flex the foot. Great. Let's release opposite foot to earth. Now we're going to draw knee up towards, opposite knee up towards armpit on an inhale. Exhale, long leg extends, flex the foot, hover the leg and lower. Relax the heel, relax the leg, and wiggle. We've got 3 more of those on this side. Press through left, knee comes up towards armpit. Exhale, knee comes into midline or hip alignment, and then elongate the leg, flex the foot, hover the leg, float it down, and shimmy. One more time, inhale, knee to armpit. Exhale, long leg, flex foot, hover and release, and shimmy. Point and flex the foot, spread your toes, all 10 toes. Right, take your feet towards the mat, rock to one side, press up, grab your tennis balls. We're going to work towards lumbar. Whoa there, tiger, that's a little low. All right, feet are going to go about 1/4 inch past hip width. Press through the feet, elevate the pelvis, place the tennis balls above the belt line on either side of the spine. Release the tailbone back down as the palms relax. Take hold of your belt, have it handy. We're just going to walk the feet to the edges of the mat and work with just a gentle tick-tock here to the left and to the right. And just noticing that inhale elevates the legs, the exhale releases the legs. Synchronize that breath with the movement here. Allow the breath to come in, then the knees to follow up. Let the breath come out and slowly fan them down. One more on the other side. Great. Bring your feet in back about hip width and then walk them out about 1/4 inch. Release your belt. Press into left. Or right knee is going to come to chest and wrap the belt around the ball mounds. So the leg's not necessarily going to be overhead. We shift the shoulders away from the ears. Press the ball mounds into the strap. This position here is just relaxing into the skull. If it's too much, lower the leg. Point and flex. Keep your elbows down on the earth and point and flex. Two more times. Keep pressing into opposite foot. Slowly, knee's going to come up towards armpit and then release and stretch out. One more time. Right, slowly lower down. Take it to the other side. Press through, foot on earth. Wrap your foot around the strap. Take your leg to the height you desire. Kickstand your elbows. Have your elbows on the earth so your shoulders can relax. And then point and flex. Point and flex. Great. Nice. Inhale. Knees going to draw up towards the armpit. Keep pressing firmly into that foot on the earth. That knee is nice and bright to the sky. Draw your knee towards your armpit. Once more. Awesome. Slowly relax that leg down. Press into your feet. Release the tennis balls from the lumbar spine and take hold of a block. We're going to work with bridge, open up the back legs, and then come up to seated. So press into your feet, elevate the pelvis, slide the block right underneath the sacrum. With the tailbone be just a little, like a tish off the block there. Press into your toe pads, lift your heels, draw your knees up. And let's just pause here into legs up, flexing your feet, wiggling your toes, circling your ankles. Shoulders are relaxed away from the ears, rotate the ankles the other way. Just pause here. You can have your knees bent or legs long. You can have your feet soft and relaxed or flexed. It's up to you. Find this space where the nervous system is recalibrating with the breath in this legs up position. This is a great position with or without a block at any time during the day. Let's do 3 more breaths here. I'm going to try to do this at least 5 minutes a day. One more breath in and out. Right. Slowly lower left foot onto the earth. Take hold of the belt or strap and wrap it around your ball mounds there on the opposite leg. Press into left foot. Draw your right hip just a bit more towards the edge of the mat. Notice if your hip plane is equal. We're going to inhale, draw the knees in towards your nose, and then just exhale. Let the fascia allow the breath to soften without pulling on the limb. You'll feel more and more subtle relaxation. Let the arms be long and the grip be soft on the belt. Notice what's happening in your jaw, your tongue. Right, slowly release that leg down. We'll take it to the other side. Press into right, left knee to chest. Square your pelvic plane so that left hip draws towards the edge of the mat. Check in there. Press your ball mounds into the strap, flexing the foot. Little bend in the knee there. Lean in, arms are long. Just let the breath unfold any constriction through the groin, the back of the sacrum, flooding into the buttocks and back of leg. Notice how an exhalation of full relaxation can deepen the posture, can soften more tension. Notice, is there anything you're holding on to? If you allowed yourself to just feel the invite, follow the invitation to just let go, notice what your body does. Okay. Slowly release that leg down. Draw the nugs up one more time, 2 more breaths. Slowly release the legs one at a time. Root firmly through both feet. Take that block out of the way and then slowly create a little traction. Press through your feet and let your back slowly unfold all the way down to the tailbone. Little pelvic rock here, pressing through the feet, tilting the pelvis forward, chin comes in, relax, and the chin lifts back, softens, and lengthens. 2 more times, pelvic rock. Widen a little bit more on this last one and notice. Good. Rock and roll. Rock and roll that spine. We're going to come towards seated here. All the way up. Bring a blanket underneath your seat and take your belt. We're going to work with backpack to open up our back body through some lateral work. So I'll get closer, ouch, so that you can see. Tails are equal. Wrap it around your chest line. Take your tails, especially the one with plastic or metal, be gentle as you drape it over your shoulders. Cinch it up, cinch it up. Take your tails and cross them. Now you got tails here, okay? So we've been practicing together for the duration of COVID, and I feel that you've really got an awareness of fascia and nervous system connection. Let's work with interoceptivity today. So if you can, rest your hands on the tops of your legs. If you can, take your hands to the tails or bring them in at the ribs so your arms can rest long, okay? Whatever works for you. Nice tall spine, rock back and forth in your sits bones. I want you to notice how powerful the vibration of certain words can transform your nervous system. And I encourage you to take this off the mat with you so that you are aware of your internal dialogue and how the programs, the songs, the imagery that you receive, how that can also transform your nervous system. So tall spine, deep breath in, feel the expansion, have a little softness in the belt here so you can feel the breath. You're going to feel your lungs expand, your ribs expand to the side as well as through the back and the chest. Notice that animation of chest breath, midline breath, or belly becomes a lot of awareness and information into how you might be holding the breath, or maybe a particular area you might not be breathing fully into. Great. One more breath. If you've got slack, tie it up so you can release the hands. Now, take in the experience tenderly of feeling rushed. Notice what your body does if you tap into feeling rushed. You're on a deadline, you're late. Notice your breath pattern, feeling rushed and late. I'm feeling, for me, notice sensation throughout your whole body. Where's your eye focus? Eyes open or closed? Is it front body, or can you relax back and also feel rushed? Bring your hands to your heart, take your chin towards your heart, and just allow yourself to breathe into your heart space. Notice deep peace, alignment, centeredness into your seat. Relax your hands down. Reach your hand up into cactus. Just come into a side fold here and pendulum back and forth. Open up through the side bodies, breathing. Beautiful. Switch the crossing of the legs. Come up nice and tall. We'll do interoceptivity one more time here. Now, feeling your seat, take a deep breath in, tracking that breath where the strap is. Right, and then these next 3 breaths, really noticing the experience with your breath and sensation within as you connect with feeling warm and cozy. Notice how your body receives the sensation of receiving warmth and feeling cozy. And then slowly give me a thumbs up if you could viscerally feel a difference between feeling rushed in your breath and cozy. Okay. Other thumb up if you felt the difference between a felt sense viscerally between cozy and rushed. Okay. Next time you feel rushed, pause and breathe into the felt sense of coziness. That's going to soften your internal vibration. Trust that you have all the time in the world. Generally, when we feel rushed, it's a story. So separate yourself from the time experience and be present with your breath. It slows everything down. Those 2 minutes you have are actually a lot longer than we realize. Okay. Let's come to a tabletop, releasing the strap. You're going to take it left and right, take your blocks to the top, and have your strap handy as well. So knees stacked right underneath the shoulders, our palms underneath our wrists here. I've got a modification for an injury. Spread your toes, spread your fingers. And as you inhale, press away from the earth. Exhale, gaze towards the left. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, gaze towards the right. 2 more times. Stay nice and anchored, fluid with the breath. Excellent. Bring your hands nice and bright and draw your right foot up. Come towards your blocks on highest height. We're working with low lunge here. You see me okay? Good, like that. Low lunge. Right foot forward, left foot back. All right. Come up nice and tall. Tuck your back toe and float the hips back. Flex your front foot. Inhale, walk it out. Relax the neck of the back of the foot. Come up nice and tall. Lunge forward with your knee. As you exhale, hips float back. Walk the blocks towards you. Tuck your toe and flex your front foot. Go ahead and walk it out. Work with the flow here. Inhaling, foot relaxes, lift and gaze. Knee floats forward. Exhale, tuck your toe. Leg is long, hips towards heels. Flex that foot. Bring the blocks back up. We're going to plant the hand on the left block and open up towards that front knee. Excellent. Gaze towards your right hip there, releasing that hand behind you like you're going to reach towards your heel. Sweep the hand from back to front, tuck your toe and come to high lunge. So take a moment, widen your stance past hip width. Take your blocks under your shoulders, come onto the ball mound of the back foot, widen about 1/4 inch past the hips and pause. We're just going to bend the knees, shake and breathe. Soften your shoulders away from your ears. Excellent. Bend your back knee and step it forward, forward fold. Lift up nice and tall. Long line through the spine and release forward. You can take your hands to blocks, shins or quadriceps. Inhale, forward fold. Exhale, or halfway lift, sorry, forward fold. One more time. And releasing when you're ready. Okay, let's take opposite foot back. Bend your knees, low lunge towards the other side. So left foot forward, right foot back. Blocks frame right underneath the shoulders. We're going to lift up, create space, press away from the mat, reach your chin tall, your head tall. Awesome. As you exhale, tuck your back toe, float your hips back, walk your blocks towards you, flex your foot. Inhale, walk it forward, relax the neck of the foot, press and lengthen from hips to heart, through head, offer the gaze, lunge forward. When you're ready, tuck your toe, exhale, float back, flex that foot. Try to stabilize your weight when you float back equally. Same thing forward. You can start to lunge forward deeper if you'd like. Take it back one more time on that exhale. Let's do actually one. I think we only did 3 or 2. Let's do one more. Coming back through center, plant through the right palm, relax the right neck of the foot. Soften here through that front hip crease as you open up towards that front knee. Soften your shoulders away from your ear. Breathe. Ears. Palm's going to reach towards the back of the mat. Look towards that left hip. Swim that hand back to front. Revolve the chest. You're going to bend that knee. Bring it in just a bit. Let's flex through that knee and bounce. Big step forward or small steps. It's up to you, yogis. Press through your both feet, both knees. Take a couple steps. Come up to half lift. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. And fold. Awesome. Let's come up into a chair pose. Sit the tailbone back. Arms are going to come up nice and tall. Whew. What about you guys? I'm feeling that today. Oh my. Press down, lift up. Y'all feel that? Thumbs up? Yeah. All right, shake out your legs. Get your belt here. So, Hasta Padangusthasana, do a balancing posture with our belt. Excuse me. Mountain posture. Just drape your belt around your neck to start with. Take your feet a little wider. Rocking forward and backwards. I want you to express into all points of your feet. Left, right, front, back. Knees are bent a little. And really notice building from that heel line up towards buttocks. Soften buttocks. And now relaxing low back. Lifting through the crown, relaxing at the shoulders. Awesome. Rock on over to the right side. Kickstand that left toe. Draw it up here. Wrap it around the ball mounds of the foot. Extend the leg long, opposite hand on hip. So anytime the lower the leg is, the more we may have control over our balance and stability. Just try that on. Lift the leg and notice if your balance shifts. You can bend your knee or keep it long, it's up to you. Come towards the side. Notice what happens when you open your leg towards the side. Do you feel a sense of vulnerability in your physical presence, even your emotional presence? Draw the leg in, breathe. One more time, open that leg. Notice any sense of vulnerability. I feel an opposite openness in this side of the head. Really drawing the leg in, noticing it's all connected. Nice. And now take warrior 3. You can just turn the side here. A little lift. Hips are forward. Bend that front knee. press your ball mound in towards the strap. Notice what's happening in your jaws. And slowly release down, rock back and forth on the feet. So you've got a lot of awareness in the joints on that right side. Notice if any thought patterns come up when you explore different positions of the body. Notice how that may influence the nervous system. Take your feet a little wider. Again, rock forward, rock back, bend your knees left, bend your knees a little, rock right and left. A nice tall spine, opposite hand on hip, and extend that leg. Notice both hips staying equal as best possible. Lift the leg a little higher. Notice if there's any thoughts. The challenge is just fluid. There's a flexibility with the breath. Trust in that grounded foot. Open up the leg here. Notice what happens on the opposite side of the body. Bring that leg forward. Take a breath. Open it up again. Just really stabilize through the equal awareness in both feet. Notice how equal awareness in both feet change any misalignment. Once more when you're ready. Now come towards that little mini warrior 3. Feet again are a little wider than mountain. Just a hand on hip and just a gentle hinge as you press. It's almost like a floint. You're flexing, but you're almost pointing towards the strap, really engaging through that inner knee, inner thigh. One more breath. Awesome. Release the belt, release the feet, shake it out. So what I love about that posture exercise is it's an awesome stabilization for the fine fascia in our hips, tailbone, and feet. So great one for stability, especially if you're feeling lack of equilibrium. Let's take on high lunge. Blocks at the top of the mat. Actually, I think, give me a thumbs up, guys. If I face this way, is it easier to see me in the postures than facing that way? Yeah, no? Let me know if you think of a difference, because I feel like sometimes my head ends up this way too far in the gems. I want to be able to not have to move so much. Let's see if this works. High lunge, left foot forward, right foot back, railroad track, feet hip width. Front knees over front ankle, hips frame forward, lift up nice and tall. Open up the hands. Reach them away from the body, away from the hips, palms forward. We're going to swim the hands up, palms towards the sky. Bend at the elbows, coming into eagle. Right arm's going to nestle into left elbow. Draw your elbows down to let the shoulders relax. Backs of hands come together first for this one. Breathing in and out. If you'd like more of a wrap, you can palm to palm and lift the gaze and the heart. One more breath. Press through the feet, come up nice and tall, release the hands, and then reach towards your heels, hinge forward. Breath here, stabilize front to back. Right, swim the hands up. Palms are gonna rest at the heart, bend your knee, and switch out your legs. Awesome, front knee over front ankle, hips are square to the front of the mat. You've got your back hamstring pressing towards the sky. Bring your hand to your back of your thigh. Press. Arms are going to float up, palms to sky. Soften your shoulders. Bend your elbows palms to palm. And then left elbow is going to nestle now into right. Take your elbows down. Relax your shoulders. And then bring your palms of the hands together. Breathe. And if you'd like to wrap further, you're welcome to. Lift the heart and lift the gaze as you breathe twice more. Press into the feet, tall spine. Release the hands, hinge forward, reach your head opposite your hands. Beautiful. Press down, equal footing. Hands are gonna come all the way. Bring your hands to your heart. Bend your back knee. Both feet come together. Arms reach up and overhead. Palms come down through the midline, lead with the heart. Inhale, bend your knees if needed, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. One more time, inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Okay, plant your hands down, come into half plank. And then just notice sitting back in child's pose, arms long. You can bring your hands to the corners of the mat, your knees wider, toes together if you like, and float back 2 more times. Press down into the feet to come up and back. Once you're back down, no rush. Swivel it over to the right, soften your armpits, soften your shoulders. Press into the feet, inhale, exhale, move on over to the other side. Again, releasing the shoulders. Press back through center, and let's come on to our back body. Let's take tennis balls. If you'd like those at your skull, you can place those there. Actually, yogi's choice. If you've got more tension in your low back, and you want to work on that, go ahead. I'm going to work through a couple more postures. Let's take flat side of the blanket since we're going to do a couple more postures here. So rolling down. Feet come back in towards the buttocks, a little wider than hip width. Press into left, and we're going to draw right knee to armpit and just little circles here. You can hold knee and hamstring behind the knee at the hamstring or on the shin. It's up to you. Try to avoid the kneecap. Other direction. Keep that left knee nice and bright to the sky. Slowly release right, press firmly, left knee up towards armpit. Just some little circles here. Pressing in through that right foot, right knee to sky, breathing. Curl into a ball, squeeze, and then slowly lower down. Flash the feet to the sky, hands towards the ankles first. Let the legs just relax as you flex the feet. As you breathe, you'll start to feel a softening into the groin, the low back. Maybe the hands journey to the outside feet. Press into palms, rock back and forth. Upavista Konasana, if you'd like to hook thumbs around big toes and expand out, you're welcome to. Hands can also come towards shins. Knees can be bent or long. Draw the legs up nice and long, curl into a ball, embrace, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Slowly lower down. And at this point, we'll rest into Shavasana. You can place the tennis balls at any place you'd like for the remainder of the meditation. Just invite yourself to rest along your back body and find a space of groundedness. We start with the head. As you exhale, open mouth, let the eyes rest down into the skull and towards the back of the head. And just starting to notice the shoulders and the hips heavy and releasing into the mat. Noticing the heels the backs of legs, all points of the body touching the earth. Release just a little more. And so allowing your attention to rest at your forehead, we're going to work through points of the body. Let your mind, your awareness rather, and engagement in the mind to move from one part of the body to the other, breathing. And just noticing as you bring awareness to that part of the body, it will soften. Relaxing the forehead and the ears, the cheeks and nostrils, lips. Allow the tongue, the jaws, and throat to relax. Continuing to breathe fluidly, breathing into the neck and the shoulders. Breathing into both upper arms. Both eye of the elbows and lower part of the arms. Noticing both thumbs relax. And allowing all fingers to relieve any tension. Allowing both armpits and rib walls, the intercostals, the space between the ribs, to relax. Armpits and full ribs. Notice the front belly and the low back. Take 2 more breaths into the pelvis, front, side, and back. Exhale out the mouth. Bring your awareness to your hips, relaxing both hips. And allowing both sits bones and buttocks to relax. Inviting ease through both upper legs. Notice softness behind the knees and the kneecaps and through the lower legs. Let all tension in any toes relax through the feet into the heels and release into the earth. Let's do 3 breaths here. And when you're ready on the next breath, bring your awareness into both heels. Take an elevator ride up the backs of the legs and into the buttocks. From the buttocks, we'll come into psoas and move from psoas into the multifidus on either side of the spine, all the way up into the crown. Let's take 3 breaths here. Psoas, journey along sides of the spine into the crown. And just rest your attention, eyes back, tongue softens. And stay with your breath. Take a deep breath in and out and notice the song of your breath. And then receiving these words by Muji, just allowing yourself to breathe with the words. Notice if your mind engages with thought, come back to the breath. Be fully connected to the felt sense, the vibration, the song of your breath. Leave aside all that you believe you are and all that you think you know about yourself and about life. Leave aside past, future, and even the present. Remain here like empty space. Can you allow yourself to release and breathe into space? And just begin to deepen your breath and enliven the fingers and the toes. And taking your time, creating subtle movement. Eventually drawing your knees to your chest, giving yourself a tender hug. And let's roll to our right side and just pause to really notice connectivity and also notice space. Pressing up to seated. When you're ready, we'll close together. Bringing the hands to the heart, ascending through the spine. Take a deep breath in. And deep breath out. Namaste.